Hi Year 9. In this short video I'm going to show you how to import some of the pre-drawn walls that you've already done into this new drawing so that we can make an assembly. The first thing is, this was the drawing I did of the concrete slab, and I'd like to keep it as a component like this on its own. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to save this drawing under a new name. So I'll go to my Google Drive and I'll give it a new name, and I'll just call it assembly, and I might number it as number 1 and save. And we should see that it's saving and the name is now changed. From the same menu, rather than using open, which we're probably more accustomed to using, we're going to use the import. Okay, now you can import models or components drawn in Sketchup from the 3D warehouse, from your own computer if you've got drawings saved there, or from the Google Drive where I've got my drawings saved, and you'll have yours saved there as well. So I'm going to go to import, and in this case Google Drive, and then I'm going to pick one of the walls that I've drawn earlier in one of these videos, and I might start with the wall that has the door in it, if I could just see it. I might have erased it. Anyway, we'll pick this one, the window. So it's coming from Google Drive, and we're going to import it as a component. And then what you'll see is that you are able to move the wall or the component around the drawing and position it where you'd like. Okay, it doesn't really matter where you drop it at this point, because you can move it later. So I'm going to align it to that corner there, and I'll just orbit around so we can see where it's actually aligned to. You notice that it's a little bit hanging over the concrete slab, which is fine. So what I'll do is I'll grab the move tool and I'll pick this corner and align it to the concrete slab like that. Alright, so you can actually bring in, might just get rid of the model there. You can bring in multiple copies of the same component if you like. You just repeat the process. Import from Google Drive, and you can import anything that you've drawn previously. So I'll get another copy of that one, and if you probably already figured this out, or why bother importing it when you could just copy the one that's in there, and that's also an option as well. Now with this one, if I align this to the concrete slab, the first thing you'll notice is, well, it's facing the wrong way. Alright, so you could rotate the piece around. Another little cheat is to use the scale tool, and with the scale tool you can basically shrink it down in thickness and pull it right through to the other side so it goes out in the reverse direction. Pull it out to a scale factor of 1, which you can see down here in the bottom corner of the SketchUp window. It's actually -1 because we've gone reverse back through the object itself. Alright, and then that's a way which you can easily flip a component over in SketchUp, and then we'll just move it where we want it. But I think you get the idea. It's oh, I don't want to move the slab, I want to move the wall. I think you get the idea. You can easily start to bring in components and things that you've drawn in the past and start assembling a structure. All right, there we go. Like so. All right, so I'd like you at some point just to have a go at that. you'll notice what I did just before we finish up really quickly. When I did the previous drawings and of the this one here, the wall with the window in it, and what I actually did is delete the majority of the wall so that all that was left is like a door or a window with the studs in it. And what that meant is if I wanted to put a door into a wall, for example, I just come along and get this one. And then what that's going to do is import just that little part there. And then I'm able then to rotate it and put it into position, and then not having to worry about, you know, deleting the whole thing. All right, so what you would do in this case is click on rotate, and we'll get the bottom corner there on the blue compass, and we'll tell it we want to rotate, for example, 90 degrees. And then I can translate that object. Let's just move around to this side. So let's say I wanted to put it on that wall in the distance there. I can now get the stud corner here and move it onto this wall. Say, for example, in the position of that stud. This might be over the window. No, it's not. All right. And then that places the door onto that wall nice and easy. And then all I've got to do is modify the cladding or the wall lining on the outside here so that we can see the door. So that's one little tip that I thought might be worthwhile looking at. You know, and then you just clean up any structures and that sort of thing here that you need to clean up. Alright, so that concludes this video just on importing components and, you know, starting to assemble a simple building. Alright, thanks for watching.